Hey, what's going on, people? Dogysamich here for another episode of some Bomberman stuff. This time, I'm gonna walk you through a couple of common scenarios that you'll find when you're playing either a standard game of Bomberman on the standard zone, old school zone, which is what you'll play with your friends probably when you're starting off, or what is likely to happen in the first round of Battle 64. Um, so one of the first things you want to do every single time is you want to find where your character is in the beginning. And like I said in the last video, if I remember correctly, I said this somewhere. You don't want to find your character by laying a bomb, because if you happen to be standing directly in a corner and you lay a bomb, you kind of can't go anywhere, and then you're just out right there. So you can do something like, if you can customize your character, or you just pick a character that nobody else is picking, that'll help you out. If they're the same, which I kind of meant to pick all the same, you can do a little wiggle here. Which, surprise, surprise, I am going with blue. So as you are moving towards people, picking up power-ups, avoiding the power downs if they exist, one of the first things you want to pay attention to, and I wish I would have left that, one of the first threats that can happen to you at any point in time is if any person who's on your side, which would be like white in this scenario and black in this scenario, is if they get a punch or a throw. Because if they get a punch or a throw before you get to them, like in this scenario right here, you could be a victim of something like that. All right? Now, when you're playing SBRO, when you're playing Super Bomberman R online, by default, both in Battle 64 and by default in the settings, there is a 30-second ceasefire that will prevent you from doing this in the beginning. It will not allow you to punch or throw a bomb over the wall. So I should show the icon. I might try to edit the icon in. Again, I'm just on Bomberman R for my convenience, but know that there is a little icon that'll show you when that time is and is not available. The second thing, I wish I would have been able to leave that icon. I'm not editing this out. Editing is overrated for these. I can show you the second thing right here. When you finally get to somebody and you're going to this is actually a pretty good example to use. You're kind of moving around somebody, you see something like this, and you're like, I want to drop a bomb, right? Instinctively, what a lot of people will do is they will drop a bomb and they will move away. I hope that's not enough power. That's not enough power. Good. They will drop a bomb and they'll move away because, you know, they don't want to fight people yet. They don't want to cause any problems. They're not really a bomber player. They're not really an athlete. But it's a safer thing to do, because if you drop a bomb and you try to cross somebody, I'm trying to do two controllers at once. Give me a second. If you try to drop a bomb and try to cross somebody, and they drop a bomb and they move away, and you have no way to get rid of the bomb, well, you're very liable to trap yourself, like so. So if you're about to pass somebody, you have to be really careful about if you want to try to run past them and drop a bomb. If you have a kick, you have a little more liability to do that, because if they only drop one bomb, you can just kick it away. Or if you know you're only going to drop one behind you, you can just kick it away. If you have a punch, which again, punch is pretty much the most versatile item you can have in the game, you can kind of just run at people and do it. And if they drop bombs, you can just start punching bombs. One of the next common things you need to be very mindful of is, see if I can get a little better example than what I'm about to show you. I need a little more firepower. I need a lot more firepower, actually. But I can kind of show you to some degree and explain it if I do something like this. Right? Except I need to be closer. So, one of the third things you need to worry about And I need more firepower to show this. Again, going back to the items video, this would explain like what's so good about gold flames if you find them, or just having a lot of power. Is you can be sitting around minding your own business down here in the corner like Black was. You're either fighting somebody or you're trying to clear some space, get some items, and then somebody puts a bomb like all the way over here, kind of out of your peripheral vision and or your center of vision, and there's just a long range bomb that snipes you, right? And it's especially dangerous in a situation like down here where you don't have the free reign of movement just yet. So you're kind of stuck in a claustrophobic area, small area, don't have too many spaces to go. All of a sudden, you're looking to go out and, whoa, there's an explosion, right? So that's the third thing you need to watch out for. And then the fourth one. There's more than four, but again, these are just some of the common ones. And this is my favorite right here. Let me get ye old white out here to help me out. All right. Let me not ruin this while this is going to happen. Oh, that's even better. Technically speaking. All right. I talked about this scenario last time. If you're new, you've had this happen to you. If you have a little bit of experience, you've seen somebody do this and you've done it to them. You've seen somebody make the mistake of going down Death Alley. Death Alley is that place where somebody sees a power up, right? And it's tucked away in the alley. Like the skate is down here, like the punches up here, like the throw and the bomb are down here. They're all in Death Alley, right? And the reason why you have to be careful is say you think you're going to beat somebody to this. Like say white thinks they're going to beat blue to this bomb, right? Or to this skate, right? And white's like, aha, I got to it first. But blue has the foresight and says, all right, well, I will just trap you in. I need to keep him around for a second. But you see what happens, right? You see why this is called Death Alley. Because, truth be told, white realistically can't go for this skate unless they want to just risk being out at this point. The same thing is true for this punch, or excuse me, this throw. Same thing is true for this bomb, right? If white were to try to come and get either one of these, with blue standing right here, same thing can happen. So you have to be so mindful of somebody being able to trap, or somebody looking to go for an item like this so you can trap them in. And if you see an item like this and you see somebody lurking around, you need to be really careful because you're about to walk down Death Alley, right? Because I can show this real quick, let me back up a little bit. Remember earlier where I said you want to be mindful if somebody has punch or a throw before they even get to you? Pretend that all of this is still blocked off, right? You can have something like that happen. And if somebody were to wait 2, 3, like so, and time it just as you're walking in, could leave you with no chance to react. So this is a brief video, kind of a dirty video. I said I wasn't going to let this be 30 minutes like the last one because there's no reason for that to happen. But just wanted to go over some really common scenarios. I sometimes call them the noob killers because they're like the really simple mistakes that people make early on that make the game a lot more difficult than it needs to be for me. I wish I would have thought about what I'm doing next after this. I might point out a thing or two, a tip or two for after round 1 of Battle 64 because one of the people that have been really asking me to make these guides has started playing Bomberman. I'm proud of you, kid. And been playing Battle 64, and I know from experience that the first round is pretty standard, but then like round 2 to the end, there are some things where if you don't know it or you don't think about it, it's it's a wild game. So yeah, maybe we'll hop onto that next time. But for now, we're about it. Thanks for your time, and catch you in the future. Be easy, yo.